Here's what invalid clicks means on your Google ads and 2 ways to get refunds on them. So Google kind of describes invalid clicks as like robots or tools or other competitors that are clicking on your ads all the time and doing like rage clicks and things like that. Sometimes people can click on your ads to hike up your hosting fees. It's a bit strange, but that can actually happen. There are clicking tools out there and click farms where they're designed to click on your ads. So you might have noticed in your Google Ads reports, you might have gone into billing and noticed that there's a little spend area adjustments and you've got invalid clicks. And this just simply means that Google is giving you those refunds automatically because they'll pick up some percentage of those clicks. And so you can see that in your campaigns. You go to campaigns and then you click on the columns area, click on the pencil icon, and then click on the search bar and just type in invalid clicks, and then invalid click rate, for example. And here's what it looks like. Scroll to the right side. We can see in the last whatever date period that is, that I've got roughly 8 to 9% invalid click rate, which means 8 to 9% of all my clicks are coming from these illegitimate clicks from bots and competitors and all that kind of stuff. Now, although Google captures about 9% of these clicks, it doesn't mean that they're capturing all the invalid clicks, like all the bots that are clicking on my ads. And so it's not a foolproof system. So there are a few ways to get refunds. The first way is manual and a bit tedious and boring, but basically you can go straight to Google. You have to go to your billing area and you may be able to see this little request a refund button. If you're not eligible for refunds and Google doesn't think you're eligible, they will not show you the request a refund button. So if I go into here and have a look at one of these, I can see there's no request a refund button here. So they think I'm not eligible, but there is another way to get refunds other than that form. And it's with tools like ClickCease and FraudBlocker that help you do that. So I use FraudBlocker at the moment and I block a lot of these invalid clicks. So they've scanned manually all the IP addresses and whether or not that same IP address is using the same device within a certain period of time, or they're switching between many devices, or they're using some suspicious methods with clicking on my ads, right? And they'll filter these clicks for me on top of what Google is already doing. So they will detect whether or not we've got more invalid clicks on top of our already invalid clicks on the platform and try to get refunds for it. So we have saved over $30,000 US over about 3 months across all of our clients. Most of them are coming from excessive clicks, and then we've got also abuse of IPs or poor history and stuff like that. And then accidental clicks make actually 15% or almost 15%. And ClickCease does something similar, but I just prefer using this. So you do have a few options. You can use a premium tool like this and you do have to spend some money each month, but hopefully it will save you a lot of money in the long run. And that's why I use a tool like this. Or you can just allow Google to hopefully capture most of invalid clicks for you, but you'll find that it doesn't always do a good job. Since I've got FraudBlocker installed, I can see in my change history here all of the IP changes, whether or not it is actually working. So we can see here like it's blocking IP addresses, adding and removing IP addresses and things like that 24/7, which is why I even use this thing. And another reason I use this, if I go into customizations inside of FraudBlocker, and I'm sure ClickCease has it as well, you've got geo-blocking. So you block any clicks outside of my target country. You might look at the excessive clicking rules and set that to a certain amount of clicks within a certain amount of minutes. IP to device blocking. This is actually a really cool one because basically what bots do usually, or people that own click farms to click on your ads, is they will swap between different cities and use heaps of different computers or IP addresses and using VPNs and things like that. And this is smart enough to detect, hey, this person's clicked on your ads 3 times and they've come from 5 different devices and they've switched their IPs lots of times, right? VPN blocking, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, I think. And yeah, if you feel like you're really getting hit hard with a lot of invalid clicks and a lot of bots clicking your ads, there are options for more aggressive blocking, but it might block legitimate clicks as well. Okay, so that's what invalid clicks are. I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, leave them below. More than happy to answer. I'll see you in the next video.